It's Mac the Guru. This is my review for Power Book 3 Season 2, Episode 4. And finally, this was the one that I wanted. This was my favorite episode of Season 2. They did it. They pulled it off. This is the slow burn that you want. They set in scenes. So we going to go through them all. Bunch of highlights. This is literally how they need to do it going forward. I really do hope that each episode is similar to this. Even if it's more action, but just how long they set in the scenes. Now, if this is your first time here, make sure you sub to the channel. Click that like button. And don't forget to check out the preview that I'm going to do for the next episode. And then check out the other content. Now, the first thing we got in this episode is, of course, Ra, her crew trying to make a drop in Newark, New Jersey. Shout out to Sue Surf. But they trying to make a drop. Driver gets hit. They beat him up. It don't go right. And this what goes on when you're moving too fast. Ra is moving too fast. Because she's setting up shop, don't know who there, and she done messed around, got into it with the Italians. This is the problem with a lot of people in the game. They start moving too fast. Oh, man, we're going to take over. And either some new gangsters get on them, whoever in their territory, right? Or feds get on them. Either or. But it never works when you moving too fast and you hop into a territory not knowing what's there. So all that, I just come set up shop, never go good. Now, next we got Ra and Fareed. And they having this discussion about art. He put Ra on some game. Let her know this how he be washing the money. And this is who you want to become. If you had any type of struggle growing up. All right? Not saying the illegal stuff and do anything like that. But I'm saying when you come up and you come from the struggle. The women love it, man. Like if you could come up and actually make it to the top of something, whatever you doing, whatever your profession is, they love it. When they hear your story and hear the struggle and where you came from and how you able to switch it up. You see, the element of Fareed is the same element that Ghost had, right? Because he was able to switch it up. And he didn't have to, switch his voice and all that. But they able to switch it up. When you see that and like, he from there and he made it here. Oh, yeah, you get them every time. So I liked how they did that because it's so based in reality. Then we had Kanan going to see his Uncle Vernon, right, to ask about DEF CON. And, of course, his Uncle Vernon say what everybody say. Boy, you act just like your father. That ain't even his daddy. People always say stuff like that, though. Soon as the baby come out, boy, that baby look just like yours, boy. 10 months later, you do a paternity test. You are not the father. And then people swear, like everything. Boy, that baby got hurt just like you. The baby got hurt just... Baby ain't in yours. Boy, you and that baby got a birthmark right on y'all. People will say anything, man, to convince it, And that's how I felt listening to Uncle Vernon. And he a bum. Because right after this, Uncle Marvin tell you a little bit about him and let you know, like, yeah, dog, he was robbing old ladies and stuff like that. And them the type of dudes in the game that I hate. Like, I understand robbing people in the game. That's part of the game. But just robbing old ladies, little kids coming home from school, all that. It's like, come on, dog. That ain't where it's at. But after this scene, we get to literally a scene that had me boiling. And it's the scene where Jukebox go back to see her mama. dog. So you mean to tell me, and this is really how the world is, so I ain't mad at with the writers and none of that, but you able to go see your mama, have a conversation with her. She done left you as a kid, ran out on you, and her excuse is she was young. Come on, dog. But you could give her that conversation. You let her hold your hand and all this. But can't forget your dad. Y'all done had an altercation. You see he done redid your room. He trying. Can't forget your dad. But your mama ran out on you when you was a baby. And hey, yeah, it's all good. You can hold my hand and tell me you want me to come back now, and it's all good. But I'm gonna still be mad at my dad. I'm gonna hold that against my father forever. Like, come on, dog. What sense does that make? But it's right on par with the world. See, the fathers have it the worst. From the court system to the... You see Kanye wilding out right now. I thought about making a video on that. Kanye going in right now. But from the court system to situations where family members, people mad at you, they hold it against the kids. You and the mama split, they always take the mama side, and daddy should have stayed. And come on, man, we get it at every angle. See what I'm saying? The toughest job in the world, being a father. But you gotta try your best to guide the youth. But speaking of youth with no guidance, man, Kanan done stole some money. So he just been stealing stuff from the company. And they not like crazy. They figuring this out. They know he's stealing stuff. And the problem is somebody will get hurt because he's stealing and not saying nothing. And he gotta know, yo, you could just say, hey, I need $600. I'm gonna help Famous out with da-da-da-da. Like, come on, dog. Don't steal it. You gonna get somebody lose a hand because you stealing money, not saying nothing. And why he in there stealing money, Rob mad at Lulu, boy. I mean, mad at Lulu. And he asked her for some money. I'm like, oh, God. Not asking her for some money right now. But he chasing his dream. Why she trying to hold him back? Like, let him chase his dream. He didn't put enough work in. Like, he remember, season 1, he the main brother. Season 1, she wasn't really messing with Marv. Now she gotta mess with Marv. She gotta depend on him because Lulu trying to make it. He trying to make something of himself. You know, he trying to get out the game. She don't want to let him. Instead, she created more problems for him with the Italian mob thing. Now, I don't like that Lulu spoke out of turn and apologized to the dude. I think his name, Mr. Bilsetti. He spoke out of turn and apologized. First off, you don't speak out of turn because it makes the boss seem weak when you do that. So you don't do that in front of some strangers. No. That was wrong. But then, man, don't be apologizing looking all weak. Bump that. You know what I'm saying? I think, they shouldn't be trying to move in Newark, but they don't need to just be in there just apologizing and all that. Come on, Lulu. Just don't go that route. And Lulu might have another issue, which I hope it don't happen like this. But with them coming up short, Rorel coming up short, right? I hope that Rod don't be like, did Lulu just take the money? Because he did just ask me for some money. I really hope that don't happen. I hope she trusts that her brother didn't do nothing like that, right? Because truth is, the dude, Rorel, man, this dude's still working with Unique, man. Like, why they got him in the making runs and all this stuff? Like, come on, man. Hopefully one of them smart enough to put it together. I'm sure they is going to put 2 and 2 together. Like, yo, he got to still be doing something. And this the angle Unique taking to get back. He like, hey, I'm about to start telling. I ain't gonna tell the cops, because you see when Bert came in, he ain't tell her nothing. But he like, I'm gonna tell somebody. And he telling the Italians where the spot gonna be, where to hit them, what they use, and all that. So, can't trust this dude Roel. And they gonna have to make a move on not just the Italians, but Unique. Plus, he wilding, still going in there messing with Juliana. So, yeah, gotta handle him. Now, it's two more big things I gotta touch on, man. One is Symphony and Ra, and then the other is Kanan going to see Howard. Now, with Symphony and Ra, man, I'm so glad he told her he gotta fall back and she need to let him go. And you could just see it in her eyes. As tough as Ra act, she knows she just lost a good one. And when she called him and they met in the house, I was thinking, dog, she just called him whenever she want him and he come running. So I'm glad he said what he said. Even if he come back on the show later or whatever, I'm glad he said what he said right there. Now, she did tell him what happened that night or something. She let him know she was trying to protect Kanan, which I was surprised that he asked that, knowing that he about to tell her to leave him alone, right? So I don't know why he asked that. Maybe he was just curious, you know. I know a lot of people used to think he was a cop. Maybe he just curious. People were saying he was Breeze too, you know. But maybe he was just curious, man. But she lost a good one, and I'm glad he moving on. And then the last scene, Ra and Kanan. Kanan lies about where he going. Go to see Howard, and Howard come out just looking grimy. He got a bird in his hand and stuff. Come on inside, young fella. Kanan go up in there. Of course, Ra follows him. And we gonna see exactly how Ra gonna react to this. I'm gonna talk about it in the preview, so check that out. But this last episode was the best to me. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it, because I thought it was fire. I thought they paced it perfectly. It's Mac the Guru. If you're still here and you're not subbed, sub to the channel. Also, click that like button. Also, be easy, be safe. Peace.